Hello everyone. We're here with Sven Vogel from Eweb. Eweb are a long-term contributor to the CloudStack project, and they're also one of the sponsors of this virtual event. So firstly, thank you, Sven, and thank you, Eweb, for supporting us for the idea to have this event virtual. And we're happy to see you here.
Thank you, Yvette, and thank you for your good work for the event. And yeah, let's start with the talk.
The stage today. Is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Today I will talk about e-work and digital success. So it's a talk about why system-relevant institutions need our help as open source technologists. This is a talk about how. Oh, just a moment. I need to. Well, who can I change? Yeah, now. So first of all, some words to me. So at the moment, I'm eWork Senior Manager of Research and Development for Cloud and Infrastructure. So I have a team of different skilled people. So they have different knowledge with CloudStack and in infrastructure to build the infrastructure. And we have also developers in the community. And we drive and we create different projects for Eweb clients, and we bring them to the success. So on the other side, on the Apache side, so I'm committer and PMC member of the Apache CloudStack community. And last year I was a chairman and from the project, and I'm also a member from the Apache Software Foundation. So. My opinion is that open source technology such as CloudStack can solve a lot of challenges of regulated IT and critical infrastructures. So we try different open source technologies for our clients, and we love open source, and we try to use them in production. Yeah, before I want to give you an overview of the Eweb Group. The Eweb Group consists of 6 IT companies. We have different companies for example, I will name it the consulting, and we have an Eweb digital documentation service, and the Eweb digital company where I am located, and this is the company for development and operations in infrastructure, and we have other companies. We have the headquarters in Leipzig, and another offices in Vietnam, Switzerland, and in the Czech Republic. And we are an IT service provider. First of all, IT service provider for system relevant sectors. So we say eWork in numbers. We have about 600 clients and more than 200 employees, and and high university grade, and 30 million euro turnover in a year. And at the moment, so we are running on 3 data centers, our cloud service. And the important thing for us is we have 7 international certifications for 12 years. So we have a big experience in this market, and we need them to operate in the critical infrastructure section. What we do in eWork is that we want to develop Europe in a pioneer of digital transformation of critical infrastructures. And the question is how we want to do that. We do that through standardized and tailored solutions. We enable regularity and security and innovative strength in system relevant industries. This is the most important thing for us to bring our special customers to success. That's our 4 of 12 system relevant sectors where we're operating. So that is most of that is public, and in utilities, especially energy and finance and health. The core challenge for us is public. most of them, but the other one is, yeah, they are similar, and that's the main focus of us, of our business, and we are try to bring their business in running. Yeah, our services are, that's the service from the Eweb Digital company, and for infrastructure operating. So we have this consulting, we have a development and operations in infrastructure, and another part is I cannot try to remove my window. I don't see it. Yeah. The other part is business process outsourcing, and with complete solutions. And most of what I want talking is the operations and infrastructure, and that is what I'm located, and where we work and where we build infrastructures. Yeah, maybe any from you know that there is different methods. Also, I mean, how we can achieve this digital success. This is we have yeah. Any one of you heard these buzzwords like DevOps and biz DevOps? It's in an IT organization, or maybe in your organization, you already use different methods like DevOps, yeah, maybe. And the point is that we not only use DevOps, but we use also the more complicated, or the more business method is biz DevOps. That means that we analyze the business, and we use development and operations, and we bundle it completely in one. Yeah, we drive both of them, and we need this for our customers. Okay, this is a small overview from our customers. For example, important customers are the European Energy Exchange. It's the energy trade in Europe. Yeah, it's the only energy trade in Europe. Yeah, it's a 24-hour exchange, and there is always running. They are spread over Europe, and some important customers are MDK. It's the German Medical Service of Health Insurance. And another big customers is the Autobahn, German Autobahn. It's a federal authority for Autobahn. That means or roads and bridges and something like that. It's a big infrastructure provider. Yeah, and other customers in this field. I will not name all customers, but that are the important customers. There are in this sector, in this critical sector, there are general challenges. General challenges for us means that regulations are a big challenge, but what other challenges do these system relevant industries face? This challenges is mostly interesting for critical infrastructure and public institutions. So become more cyber attacks in I think it's worldwide, but we see that in Europe more, and we see that more in Germany. So that cyber attacks are the most victims of at the moment of the system relevant sectors. And yeah, and the European states try to protect their system relevant sectors by increasing security standards. Yeah, that's one way, or special regulations on IT of critical infrastructures. Yeah, critical infrastructures are spread over different industries. Yeah, from energy, finance, and other sectors, and the IT provider needs special requirements, certifications, so that they can work for this in this area and in these sectors. That are the general challenges of this public institutions and critical infrastructures. And by side of this of these general challenges, there are IT challenges. So most of them need an high need for modernization of legacy systems and infrastructure. So that means systems and IT landscapes often can meet the increased requirement for speed, user-friendliness, and flexibility. That's mostly the point. So if you not use a public cloud provider, then you have high operating costs and lack of resources. And the operation of IT must never be interrupted. This is an important point from all. I think all people need that, but especially critical infrastructures don't need to interrupt. Yeah, they must always 24/7, 24, and 7 days they must be on. And most of them they need to new development of application, rebuilding of infrastructure is needed. This means most of them have old software and they need to rebuild in the new, for example, cloud native infrastructure, and most of them are not allowed to use with regularity to use public cloud products. So they cannot use Amazon, or they cannot use Azure or Google Cloud. So that's one example is the European GDPR. Or it's a medical sector, so they are not allowed to use this services. So they need a private cloud. Yeah, and that's where we come running for the clients, or that's what we can do for the clients. Is what we do is we make an innovation of your application and your infrastructure. Yeah, we know. Yeah, I mean, eWork know the market and the IT requirements, and we know the right solution in this market. Yeah, we have the certification. Yeah. To run this business, yeah, that it's important. The most important thing is the certification, and we have special DevOps teams and standardized IT services, so they are ITIL 4 compatible, so that we can that we can do this business for this special customers. For that, I have an example for a private cloud. So this is more a real example that you understand better what I mean. The MDK IT, it's the German medical service of health insurance. What is this? This is the medical service is a socio-medical advisory and assessment service for statutory health and long-term care insurance. Yeah, in Germany, it ensures that the benefit of health and long-term care insurance benefit all insured persons. Yeah, under the same conditions according to objective medical criteria. That means that it can meet all people in Germany, and all people in Germany have some time to do with this service, for them we built an private cloud. Yeah, because there was the same problem what I talked before. They can't use public cloud because the regularity does not allow this. And what the important point was, they need a very flexible private cloud, yeah, which meet all security standards of a system relevant institution. And they needed to implement and operate a newly developed cloud native company software. So they developed a new software. It was the same problem because it's a federal state, Germany. So each federal state has their own software, and so they built the complete whole software over Germany, and it's a cloud native software. And the important point, another important point was a more flexible and higher performance infrastructure. An example of the private cloud for MDK NT was that we we built a dedicated infrastructure stretched over 3 data centers So for that, we used Apache CloudStack, and built an IaaS infrastructure. So on KVM, and we most of the time use NetApp storages under the hood, and we develop features into CloudStack, what we need for our customers, and on the top on this infrastructure. So because I spoke about the cloud native software, so we spread many OpenShift cloud platforms. Is also cloud platform, but and container platform. So we have amount of separated OpenShift platform on the top of CloudStack. We thought about to this time. I think the native Kubernetes service was not productive enough for us, and the customer was focused on OpenShift, and and rerun them completely on the top. And because it's a mixed infrastructure, not all services, we need to say it's a development process, not all services are running completely in container infrastructure, cloud native. So the good thing is that we have a CloudStack under the hood, and we can run virtual machines and can run other services around them, security services and DNS services, and for example routing services and other things. But the base infrastructure for most of our customers, this is only an example, are a CloudStack infrastructure. And that's the point why we also develop in the community and use this software, and we try to expand it where it's possible. And what we know on the other side is, this one is the technology side. The other side, we know how regulated IT works. That means what I talked before. We know which certifications are needed for these customers, which security implications are we need to fix, or we need to solve, that they can run their business. And because they have often in the year they have audits, and this audits needs to be what's the name? They need to be proved every year, sometimes, or twice in a year. And this is a point where we know what we need to do for this customer. So we know the regularity, what we have to do, and we know what is ITIL version 4, and we know how our services are fitting in this section. And on the other side, we know we have the processes and the methods like DevOps or BizDevOps, and we have products like Apache CloudStack, and we fit them for our customers, and so that they get a perfect cloud infrastructure solution. Okay. I need to say thank you for listening. Feel free to contact me. That's my email address. I think you can contact me also in the chat in Hapilo. I hope the talk was a little bit interesting, how we work with critical customers in Iraq.
Thank you very much, Sven, for the talk. A few questions here. You mentioned several times that you're working with mission-critical workloads and enterprises. Why you have decided to use an open source solution for this, and why you decided to use CloudStack?
Okay, we most of the time we try to use an open source solution if it's a real open source solution. For me personally, projects in the Apache Software Foundation are real open source solutions, not like OpenStack. Sorry, I need to say that, but that is not a real open source solution. Other solutions. The main point is that we have a good community, and we participate from new features from other people, and other people will participate from our features. Another point is that more people looking on the code, we can look into code. We can find security issues. And another point is that it's flexible. So we can. It's not a proprietary product, so which we cannot extend or we cannot write plugins, but in CloudStack we can extend the product how our customer needs them. Yeah, that's the 3 points what I see.
Do you see any change in the needs of your customers and let's say also in their growth, which are caused by the pandemic?
Most of them, what I see is that people needs more. Most of the people are now work more with Zoom or WebEx or other things before. If they don't use it before, now they will use it. And another point is what we see is that the infrastructure will always be more outsourced. Yeah, sometimes the customers, what we see is today we have a strength employee market. So that means anytime you find someone or not, or you find a good person, but if you not have enough employees, then you need to find a way to bring your business or your critical infrastructure to the customers, to the citizen. And this is the point where you use your IT resources for the main applications, and then other things you want to outsource them to a service provider like to us, for example.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and it's very hard these days for the companies to find people who are specialists in building cloud solutions, who have enough knowledge and expertise on not how only to build them, but also how to support them, how to grow the infrastructure without any interruptions or problems for the company. So we're very happy that we have you on the market. And maybe one more last question from me. You have been also a VP of the Apache CloudStack project. According to you, how is CloudStack developing throughout the years? Do you see the progress, and what is the future of CloudStack?
What I see since 2015. I think 2016 it was the year. Since this year, so I see a growing community and a growing project, and what I see is a faster development, and we have not many bugs are fixed, and the code will be better and better. We get nice features into the community, and I think what I see is that when we have a new UI, for example, it's a very nice thing. And what I see is when the IaaS platform is working fine. So I think the community should take a look more on the cloud native application. I love that it's directly included, and I think it should be expanded more in the future. Yeah, because it's absolutely must have, I think, to have both worlds under one umbrella, and that's what I see in the next years to increase cloud native. But don't forget the IaaS infrastructure in CloudStack.
Thank you, Sven. Sven will also have a talk about the integration between CloudStack and Tungsten. So be sure you are subscribed to this talk and also join it throughout the next days. And thank you all for being with us in this talk. Bye. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, Yvette, and for organization. Bye.